I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
No one dead yet? No. Don't do that. You just cursed the day now. Touch wood, nobody dead yet. Okay, so murder in the suburb. Well, look, let's just send the two best backups we've got because we're past the point of the last call-outs for the day. If any of these people die, T-Weasel, I'm blaming you. Preempting with the bits already. Thank you very much for that. 200 bits. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Oh no! T-Weasel! Ah! Well, look, it was it's only one of my lower rank cops. It's fine. There's actually probably somebody much better to hire than that person in the pool anyway, so... Oh, that's just too coincidental. But thank you very much for those bits. Oh my god, Gracie, you got the little give please, but the rainbow one. Oh, nice. You are so sorry. No, you're not. No, we needed somebody to die today. It would be a weird stream if somebody didn't die on duty. Oh no, Hutchison. All right. I mean, we're probably going to trade up, right? Oh, here we go. There is a moo here. He's changed colours to red too.
Who's there?
Jesus.
Show yourself or I'll start popping off.
Mr. Boyd, it's me, Mr. Fry.
I don't know any Mr. Fry, and if I did, I wouldn't want him coming around in the middle of the night.
Mr. Boyd, I'm a private detective. I was looking for your wife, Laura.
Right, my wife, Laura. I'm looking for my wife, Laura. Laura Markham Boyd. Right.
You want to throw on a robe, Mr. Boyd?
I'm not cold. So, Laura, what have you learned?
I know where she lives, who she's with. I know what her plans are. To tell the truth, I learned even more than I expected, but I can't tell you anything.
I'll keep a hold of this thing just in case. So, what were you saying?
I said I can't share this information with you, Mr. Boyd. You see, Laura... Well, let's say... Your beloved Laura is with a very wealthy man. I consider myself a good investigator, but he figured out pretty quick that I was onto him. We talked, all three of us, me, him, Laura, and, we agreed that I'd stop bothering them, and in return, I'm getting a very good position in the company he owns, Mr. Oh, I almost gave the name away.
You do realize I could shoot you right here.
Well, that would hardly be fair, Mr. Boyd. I might not have come here, you know. But I decided to come clean with you, look you in the eye. I don't want you blaming Emma. She really wanted to help you. Plus, Mr. Boyd, I like you. You're a good chief of police, and I feel bad for you. So I talked to Laura, and she'll call you when she's ready. You just need to wait a little longer, and, well, I'm not taking a penny from you for my services.
Get out.
Damn, that's like the most unprofessional thing.
But I already drank it.
Leave the beer.
Don't worry, I'm not squeamish.
Yeah, you're not finishing that beer. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Fry, take off your shoes.
I'm sorry?
Take off your shoes. Leave them at the door and get out.
Ow.
But why?
Because when I asked you to leave the beer, it seemed like you didn't really mind. And I want you to mind. And the socks. Fine. Good night.
Damn. You just told that guy to get out of our house and go barefoot. Oh, that's awesome. We got some new boots. Yeah. Can you blame your thoughtlessness on still being tired from night shift? Yes, you can. Also, yes, that emote, by the way, since you asked if you get to keep it forever, I believe you do. And those emotes were part of the whole Pride Month range that Twitch put out there. They tweeted out yesterday. Normally those would go after Pride Month, but they tweeted out yesterday that they're going to keep them permanently on Twitch platform now. So all the emotes that were gifted out, you should be able to keep permanently, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's see. LGB activist homophobia in Freeburg at every turn. During there we go. You see, we got representation right there. Almost. There's a couple of digits missing. Bear in mind this is set in the 80s though. I was meaning to look that up. So the fact that it's LGB and not LGBTQ and so on, I wonder if in the 80s it only went as far as LGB for like the awareness, and since then, you know, more and more has been added in. So this is like being set in the period of the day. I don't know if that's the case though, because obviously it's missing T for transgender and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure why they've done it that way, or if that's because they're keeping it set in the 80s and therefore what the headlines would have been written as. But anyway, homophobia in Freeburg at every turn. During concert, singer Gennaro Crespo presents Ring to Admirer. Is that before or after he got walloped in the head by an ear of corncrete? World War II naval mine discovered in city dump. Ooh. Oh, got it, but the old farmer with the array of guns from Hot Fuzz, he kept it. Anyway, let's see what these guys... Hey, the City Hall really likes us. A watched pot never boils. That's a myth, it does. As long as you turn it on. If you just watch it, it won't boil. You've got to turn it on. I was up all night and couldn't sleep, and now I have this ringing in my ears. Can I take the day off? No! I think I forgot to feed my fish back at the house. Can I have the day off? No. What do we want to listen to? Haven't listened to this one in a while. You got some every time you donated 200 more bits in June. Yeah, that's it. They were part of a giveaway system. Whoa, those are all the ones you got? Nice! Hey, there's a new bar from Martin Stett. Jack, a new bar opened in the city. The owner promised to pour free drinks for all the cops and firefighters. Can't speak for the firefighters, but our guys are going to jump at this opportunity. Oh, great. We're going to have drunk cops all the way through the shift, aren't we? Some of these guys are going to be getting drunk throughout the day. Oh, God. City Hall, please give me that bloody officer slot. I need it. And we have to replace the guy who died. See, that guy who died, I think he was 145 professionalism. I can hire a guy who's 170. So yeah, that guy can go to shift B. So technically we traded up. God, shift A has so many people in it right now. It's unreal. There's more detectives here. Hang on, who's this guy? This guy's been... Johnny Iron has been working for me for 5 days. He only has 5 professionalism. 6 successful assignments. I don't remember this guy. Am I going crazy? I don't remember this guy. I don't remember having a detective with such a low professionalism rating who's got 6 successful assignments. Well, this is suspicious as hell. just walked in one day and started working. I guess so, yeah. Because here's the thing, right? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 detectives here, 5 detectives there. I remember distinctly evening out the number of detectives I had on each shift. Detective slots, 11 out of 10. Who is this guy? I can't fire him either. I don't remember this. We didn't get a notice about this either. It's not like somebody just said, oh, by the way, this guy is joining your shift now. This is very weird. I'm all kind of creeped out by this, but I think I'm going to move him to shift B. He's internal affairs. I guess he is. That's what's making me worry. I'm like, wait, who is this? Who is this dude in a fedora that just walked in? Johnny Iron. We'll see what happens with this. I'm curious. A chemistry teacher called to let us, or to tell us that one of his graduate students is standing at the edge of the roof. He's been harassed by classmates because he wouldn't hide his sexual orientation. It seems like the guy's finally broke. Yeah, let's send Samaday and Fontenot. You are being investigated. I don't know though, we didn't get a message about that. We usually get a message if we're being investigated. God, look at that. 26 dead officers. Oh. Yeah, that's bad. So we got a double homicide here as well in the case. That was the one that the Sands didn't want us to... Well, they wanted us to wrap it up fast. There was no way we were going to be able to wrap that up that fast. Would you, though? I mean, unless the game's changing the rules on me now, but the last couple of times there's been an investigation into the station, it came up as an event, and it was like, you're going to get investigated, and we're going to take these cops away for the day to talk to them and so on. They're excluded from duty for the shift. During the premiere of Animalism exhibition, masked gunmen burst into the gallery and killed 2 guards, started banging the painting, or bagging, banging, so I thought they were like hitting them with the butts of their guns, bagging the paintings, some of which are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some visitors and staff are still in the gallery. Yes, SWAT! Robbins, Grant, Iwase, and Castile. This is so weird. Why do I have an extra detective who is apparently shit at his job? I don't get that as well, the whole, like, what did they do, arrest the suicidal kid? The fact that everything ends in either an arrest or a suspect escape or a false alarm, it should be situation resolved, you know, that kind of thing. If it's you being investigated for being a bent cop, I think they would just plant someone to gather info. That might be what this is. Yeah. The situation is more serious than we thought, requesting backup at the armed robbery. Okay, well you get Dixon, and that's it. You get nobody else. We've got a robbery at the LifeWire store. An alarm at an electronics store went off. We called, they're not picking up. It's the middle of the day, they should be open. I've worked in retail, okay? I could tell you at least on 3 different occasions we had police walk into the shop. Well, actually they didn't. They would drive past the store in the in the parking area and have a look, and then they would go park up and watch to see if people are coming and going, and then they would walk in and be like, so have you had a problem? No. Why? Well, your silent alarm has tripped, which is what, you know, they have for, like, armed robbery response units, but they always send the cruiser first to see if people are coming and going, or if the doors are shut and nobody's coming out, then, oh, that's a problem. You know, and see if they can see any obvious signs of intrusion. They would also try to call through as well ahead of time first and let us know. And, of course, you can't always pick the phone up because you're busy. So this could be nothing. Or it could be something. So we're going to send officers on a drive-by. 3 different times that happened while I was on shift once. And the silent alarm on one of the cash desks that never gets used tripped somehow. Somebody either bumped into the counter and it triggered the thing underneath. I don't know. Suicide attempts are illegal in the US. I mean, I guess they arrest somebody to, you know, for like their own safety. They bring them into like custody for their safety. Yeah, it's like, look, just bring them into the station, put them somewhere where they can't hurt themselves. So yeah. Unlawful assembly at a slaughterhouse. A group of young people blocked the slaughterhouse exit chanting, "Meat is murder!" The protests are carrying flashy posters. One eyewitness reports seeing a weapon. That is a bit of a problem, then we're gonna have to go to that. Can you guys do this alone? No, because you're big wusses. You work in a sealed-off data center on the 3rd floor of a medieval building. We keep getting officers coming saying a 911 call is coming from the floor even though it's not possible. Wow, yeah. Hello, Shy. Good morning. How are you? How did you sleep? The shop window is broken. There are 2 large men with guns inside. One is cleaning out the cash register. The other one is carrying a TV. Customers are lying on the floor and there's no sign of the cashier. So this was an armed robbery then, not just a false alarm. A medical building. Oh, was that a typo? Medieval building? Medical building? Wait until the robbers leave the store, or we have you surrounded, throw down the weapons. Yeah, that's last year's model. Take that one over there, the flat screen. Did they have flat screens in the 80s? They had flat screens. They weren't TFT panels, but you could get, like, flat-fronted CRTs, eventually. I remember those. What were they? Was it Panasonic that made those, or Sony? I can't remember. And there was a specific name for the technology behind it, because it got rid of like the curved fisheye effect. You dreamt you got 100 orders and was drowning in shipping packages. Oh, no. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sounds good. Sounds like a good problem to have. Right, so we're going to have to declare that we have them surrounded. The robbers spot the police. The man with the TV runs to the pickup truck, and the others pull the cashier from under the counter and puts a gun to the head. Let us go quietly. Tell the hostages to duck and shoot the robbers? This isn't going to work, is it? Plasma TV? No, it was something else. It was like the big old CRTV screens. But like the old styles like these, of course, they had rounded edges. And the glass was slightly curved around the edge, and then eventually they brought out a flat variant. Like they'd figured out how to do that without it distorting and, you know, like compensating for the curvature and so on, because the way that old CRTs worked was firing electrons out in a cone against like a phosphorus matrix. So then that's what would create the light. And, of course, since it went out in a cone, at the edges it needed to be curved because it would hit at the wrong angle otherwise. But they managed to somehow scatter bounce and cause it to hit correctly if they flattened the edges out. And I can't remember what they called them now, but there was a specific name for the TV type. As you can tell, that's what I used to specialise in when I worked at the PC shop. I like the idea of working in a medieval building. That's what I thought you meant, medieval building, as in like you didn't have a phone line coming into the building. I was like, oh really? Never not work in a medieval building, exactly. All goth, yeah. Alright, what do we do here? Grab the guy with the TV who's trying to make a run for it. Or tell the hostages to duck and shoot the robbers. We could do this. Grab the guy with the TV and it's like, you got a hostage? We got a hostage. What are you going to do?
910.
Dead civilian. Yes! Good stuff. And the armed robbery, we caught the offenders as well. Nice. Okay, songs. Come on, there's no music playing. What is this? A funeral? That's tomorrow. Today we have Stella's Smile. We're thinking like a modern city with one Bastille-looking building in the middle of a bunch of skyscrapers with torches and everything, yeah. Portland's a lovely city, only been there once, but you've enjoyed it. Oh, you live in Portland, T-Weasel. I didn't know that. Awesome. It's barely 200-year-old, thus it's sadly not possible to have a medieval building. That is true, yeah. Drug manufacturing in an office building. Ooh. Lisa Julian was in a hurry at the dentist and accidentally went in the wrong room. I saw people inside wearing white coats and masks and bottles of pills and suspicious equipment and different coloured powders. I think they might have been drugs. It'll be like... They will, but they'll be like a pharmacy's back room or something. This will be like for the for the dentists, you know, where they pack people's prescriptions up for anti-inflammatories and other things for people who've had like oral infections. But we'll send Robbins. He's a good dude. He'll figure this out. I'm not sending SWAT to this. This is obviously a dumb call out. It'll be the D&D headquarters. Oh man, you know if D&D, you know, don't like have a place where they've at least medieval themed it, they're doing something wrong. It would have to be in Seattle then, yeah. Mr. Boyd, I've decided to build a new church for the glory of our Lord Jesus Christ, and I am beset by the greedy paws of his good servants. Just when we were about to start laying the foundation, the developer decided to raise the price of his services, threatening to disrupt our production schedule. His new demands are unchristian and simply extortionist. My lord wants to send you, wants you to send your employees to talk with the developer and his men. Put a few of them in the cement. Whoa. Are you a priest or are you a mobster? We have to make it clear, these greedy heathens, that the Lord's house shall be built even on the bones of the sinners. Yeah, let's not be throwing people into wet cement. We're police. And yes, happy Canada Day. A shooting in the city centre. A patrol tried to pull over a black Jeep for speeding, but the driver tried to ditch them. Okay, so how did this turn into a shooting? But either way, if there is shooting, we will send police and SWAT. Or cops to back them up. D&D is now owned by Hasbro, they would never do it. Nah, that's true. Yeah. Don't know what it's all about, but I wish you a happy one. Yeah. Where's your complimentary poutine, beaver's tail and maple syrup? It's north of the border. Go fetch it. Canada Day celebrates the formation of Canada. It's one big birthday party. Nice. Yes. So if it's an inappropriate thing like saying Happy D-Day or something, sorry about that. Happy birthday, Canada, yeah. Happy birthday to my future home. The woman has wandered into the offices of the pharmaceutical company next door to the dentist. There you go. So obviously. Yes, they were making drugs, but the legal kind.
1210 in progress.
Mrs. Lombardi looked out of the window and saw a strange, overgrown man spreading out his hands. The old woman whispered, I think it's part of some satanic ritual. Yeah, or it could be your neighbour doing yoga in his back garden, so we're not going to send SWAT to something like that.
Looks like we have a
152 years! Woo! Canada Day, also known as 3 days till America's birthday. A police car catches up with the Jeep. The dark-skinned teenager pops out of the window and starts shooting. Damn, he got his gat. Shoot out the wheels, run the Jeep into the curb, or shoot the criminal with the gun. Yeah, shoot the guy with the gun. Never mind shooting the wheels, the guy with the gun can still send bullets out. The Jeep abruptly turns down an alley, but the vehicle can't handle the turn and flips over. Ram the overturned Jeep! No. Surround the Jeep and wait and see what happens, or come out with your hands up. I guess coming out with your hands up is also when you surround him, so I'm going to do that. You've got to declare. It's by the book. Every time. And we got his automatic weapon. We'll sell that shit. And yeah, that's true, T-Weasel. First Nations might not be as happy. I mean, that's a general thing all the way across that continent.
12-10-11 in progress.
And all you can do is continue to work towards reconciliation. That's it. I mean, history is there, can't be changed. It's what you do about it afterwards. That's the way I like to think. An elderly security guard reported that he locked a vandal inside the gallery. Great, so he can continue vandalizing the gallery. The guy had already broken one of the statues with a hammer, part of the Eros vs Thanatos exhibition. No need to hurry. There's no way he's getting out of the door. And as for all the other statues, I don't mind much either way. Let him smash up the porno if that's all he wants. Okay. Well then, great security guard. He's getting fired. We'll send Robbins. And we'll send Klausner. He's a lover of the arts, actually. Klausner, he showed me his art collection the other week. It's really good. He's got some classical pieces in his house. I don't know how he got them on a cop's salary, though. Keep meaning to look into that, but you know, I figure maybe he's just got a savings account like mine. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Mrs. Lombardi got all worked up about a common scarecrow that one of her neighbours had placed on the lawn. Oh, more on this one. Look. Oh. So. Yeah. I'm guessing that's her getting out of the car. And he ran off. She then goes and gets to the phone. Calls the cops. He gets in the car, starts it up, smashes it and runs off. There's a lot of pictures here for a sequence. I feel like we've got enough now, but yeah, so this is the guy that supposedly was hiding around the corner. The owner of the car gets out. He then snatches the handbag and then runs back through. She apparently goes to call the police. And then while she's on the phone, he came back with the car keys, which were in her bag probably. I feel like we've got all the information we need.